Hello, hello. How is everybody? Hey, Boots, are you here? Can you hear me? Hello. Who's here? Say hi, please. Let me know that you can hear me. Oh, good. How are you, Boots? Misdemeanors here, too. Any of you girls want to come up? We can have a chit chat because I want to talk about something. I want to talk about something. Hi, Mar. I know I got these earbuds in and I hate it because I hate it. I hate these things. I hate things being in my ears. That's why I could never wear glasses because I hate anything on my face. Hey, Shell. How are you, hon? If you guys don't know Shell, she's awesome. I met her through J for Justice. We've been buddies ever since. Misdemeanor, why don't you come up, babe? I dropped the link. Can you see it? Hi, Nikki D. How you doing, babe? Crime Canary. Hi, honey. I'm good, Shell. I'm I've got a little I'm a little frosty this morning. Well, I guess it's morning to me. It's probably afternoon to y'all. Hey, Mandolin. Did you figure out why I got yelled at yet? Hi, Galway. Hi, Courtney. How's everybody? Yeah, my feathers are a little ruffled. We're going to be fine as long as the cows don't get out and I have to leave right away. I just seen Daddy take off on the quad and I'm thinking, if I get a call here in a minute, I'll be back. I'll just take my camera with me. I'll show you guys what I have to do when I chase these damn cows. Now watch. Pretty soon is gonna come my little my, my little cow troll. It's gonna show up. Aha. I see. Let's see.
It's me. Where's
Oh,
my picture?
I don't know. You know, that's been happening to people.
I'm a white circle.
You're just a dot. What the
People are gonna
hell?
people are gonna call me names now. Oh no.
They're gonna
What
call
the
you the
hell?
white dot.
The white dot.
You know, that happened last night whenever I was on, or whenever I was watching Mandy Lynn's, and everybody was a white dot there too. It must be something going on with his StreamYards.
Who
He
knows? It
he
was
need
really
to
weird when it brought me on because it went through this whole Samsung thing. I don't know what the hell. I'm
really
bringing I'm bringing in dogs, my cows.
your
Where's
cows.
yeah, my little cows. Where's my mother's dog? She's the only one out. Sadie, the Yorkie. She's the littlest of the tribe.
The littlest
She's
one.
trying, yeah, she's trying to find grass to eat so she can throw up in my house. That's so awesome. Sadie, come on, let's go. She's like, no, I don't think so.
Hi,
Watch, I'll go in.
Lily.
I'll go in and sit down and she'll start barking. So how are you?
I'm good. How are you feeling? How's
Terrible.
the toothache is still
No,
bad?
yeah, it's worse this morning. And I started my antibiotics yesterday again, second
Oh,
round.
jeez.
So I'm really ready to strangle this dentist. I don't think she's a dentist. I think she's faking. I don't
Hi,
think she's
Lab
ever.
15. Lab 15 says, hey, I'm listening at work trying not to get caught. I know that feeling.
Come on, Sadie. Sadie, come on, your mom's here. I'm gonna lie to her. Sadie, where's Mama? So we went to see Mama at work this morning, and she nearly jumped out of the window.
Oh
Oh dear
no.
God! Yeah, she loves her. I'm like, you don't
Well,
know her. You do not know this woman. You should run.
I think someday you should do a live with your mom, just because.
She. Oh no, she'd tell all my secrets. Come on, come on. I was not a bad child. She'll try to convince you that I was, though. She will. Compared to
Uh,
what kids do nowadays, cool, I was a saint. I should
oh, I
contact the
know. I
Pope.
was a saint. My dad still calls me the problem child.
I had that label. It's because we're the youngest.
I know. It's because
You
we're
know,
the
we always
babies. Yeah.
the babies always get the titles. You know.
Well, it's because all the mistakes that our brothers and sisters made,
Yeah. Right. They thought my
we
sister was
don't get away
perfect.
with it because they've got caught. And see, so
Well, my mom always told me, Bible scriptures, be sure your sins will find you out. So I always told on myself. If I ever did anything wrong, I was like, okay, right, I did it. So, and my mom would just kind of laugh, like, you're so stupid. I'm
oh,
like, well,
my father, he was, he was not one to, what is it? Spare the rod, spoil the child.
oh, yeah, yeah.
Trust me, I wasn't spoiled.
My mom, my dad would just go to work and say, beat them. And then he'd leave and go to work. She's like, right, leave me here to beat these kids. That's not going to happen. So,
Oh,
or
my
ground
father,
us.
I
Yeah,
used, I used to say, you know what? If I went through a day with just one whipping, it was a good day.
it was a good day.
I, I mean, but I was a little bit of a, well, I'm very hyperactive, so I was always getting into something.
I know.
I
Well,
guess if I had a
I was
little,
curious.
I curious.
There was always there still is in the back of my mind. Wonder what would happen if. It's kind of like that hold my beer thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Galway said she was never spanked.
We know Galway. We can tell.
No, I love Galway. She is my
She makes me
buddy.
laugh. Oh my God, she makes me laugh. She is the
Cracks me
funniest
up.
person.
When I don't hear from her, oh, serendipity. There's my girl.
There, hey Sarah.
Let's see.
Everybody's here. Hi everybody. What's
I
up
know.
on this
They just
Saturday afternoon?
they want to see if I'm gonna vent today or not.
Do you need to vent?
Well, just a little bit, I was
I figured last night would really help you.
it did until I went in Mandy Live's chat, and then I'm getting yelled at, and I'm going, "Oh shit, what'd I do?
Why'd
What'd
you
I
get yelled
do?"
at? I didn't see that.
I don't know why I got yelled at. I was in Mandy Lynn's live, and pretty soon I heard I they were streaming somebody that I don't watch, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden I heard, "Go back to Tracy. Go drink some wine." And I'm like,
Oh my God.
what the hell did I do? Just for you, 247. Hi, honey. Hi, Lee. Anyway, I was like, what the hell did I do?
Hey, just for you.
I haven't been, I'm not in anybody's, I was in Mandolin's chat. I didn't think I said anything bad, so I'm scrolling back up. What the hell did I say? What did I do? I'm like, oh Lord. Oh, what did I do? Oh, shit, I hear an echo. Do you hear it?
I do not. Let me see if I have anything else on because I could. Oh, maybe so.
I hear an echo. Do you hear it?
I heard that.
Well, that's because I turned my phone on for a second.
Okay. Do you hear it now? Is it better?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Okay.
Oh, no, I hear it again.
Well, I know.
I wonder if it's because I have earbuds in.
Try taking your earbuds off.
But if I take them out, then everybody says they can't hear me.
Just try it. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if I leave and I'm out in cyberspace floating around somewhere, it's your fault. Y'all remember
Don't push any buttons, Tracy.
Hi, Pixie. And Ginger
Hey,
Lot's
Pixie.
mom.
Hey,
How you
Ginger
guys
Lot.
doing? Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you have an echo?
Yeah.
There's Truth. Hey, Truth.
Can you still
You
hear me as good as it was before?
yeah.
How about chat? Can you still hear me? God, it takes forever. There's such a
I
space in
know.
here.
No, Galway says she can't hear you well.
Shit.
Plug them back in.
Okay. I hate these damn things in my ear. Hang on.
She said you sound farther away. Mars says she hears you fine. Is there
Okay,
still an echo?
I got them back in. Yeah, I
Still
still
an
have an
echo?
echo, but I wonder if maybe I'm gonna look here, see if I have anything turned on. I don't think I do.
And if your phone has YouTube on, sometimes it'll do it too.
Oh, well, I have to because I got to be able to see.
Right?
Oh well, I guess I got to get to hear myself 2 times. Yay! I don't even want to hear myself one time.
It's twice as good.
But you should have seen last night. I was laying in bed just watching Mandy Lynn's live, and then I hear my name, and I'm like, "What the hell?"
So there was a troll of you in there?
I have
Or
no
what
idea.
happened?
I don't know. I
Or were
even
you legit saying something ugly?
I don't think I was. I don't I didn't say anything. The only thing that I said, and I'll stand by it, is that this whole mess that's been going on since when did it start? About the it started with that person, and then with Randy, and it would have never started if she wouldn't have brought it up. Period.
Yeah,
Because
right.
it was just like the old snowball effect. Boom. You know,
Right.
and because it was started, then everybody starts fighting, and then you got two people or three people up yelling on a freaking live at one person, and peanut butter's in the mix.
I still don't understand the peanut butter stuff, but I just keep going to a dark place every time I see it, and I'm like, I'm just not even going to ask
Well,
because,
the way
in
that
the event that it may be that, in fact.
it was because somebody was eating on the live and yelling.
Oh,
Yelling and eating you shouldn't do, I
ew,
guess.
ew.
And they said, "You think I'm smoking crack or something like that?" And she goes, "No, but I think there's peanut butter in your mouth." I'm sorry, it was funny. It was something. It really kind of busted up the yelling. I just can't do that. The yelling and screaming after
No.
one time that I was on somebody's live, and it was just screaming and yelling. I'm like,
Mhm.
nah, I ain't doing this shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
no.
doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm telling you what, though, if you went back and counted all the F's shouted out that night, you would need that. What is that thing called that Tracy called it? A bean counter?
A bean counter. Get your bean counter out. What
Holy
do they
sh!
call those? I don't remember what they're called, but I know what you're talking about.
It's a little
Either that
clicker.
or you'd need a priest to come pray over that group. Look, the last few days I've been watching, I'm like, we need Jesus or something or church. I don't something. These people are
Casey's
there's
in.
a lot of anger going on.
She said, "This is Sloan. Had to change my name due to clones."
Oh gosh, really?
Casey's in. Well, see, this is the thing. This is what I really wanted to talk about today, and
Okay.
that's why I came live. Um, and I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to address it the right way, except for just call it what it is.
Right.
Um,
Fuckery?
yeah, fuckery. It is.
It's
See,
fuckery.
now God's going to come down and get me because of
All
you.
right. It's my fault.
It is. It is fuckery.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have a certain creator that admits they have 70 troll accounts
That's kind of
and
crazy.
that they have cloned people. Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
acceptable. In my world,
No.
that's not acceptable. That's not a creator. That's a terrorist to me.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it one person can terrorize a community, but then if you go on this creator's live, she just talks like everything's okay and says, "Oh yeah, I just went and trolled that place. It was no big deal." And I'm
Mm.
thinking to myself, "Hmm. Hmm. That's okay.
Mm.
Just to wreak havoc in a community. Go into, hi, Rosewater. Glad you came. Have you seen Rosewater's videos?
I love Rosewater. I'm such a Rosewater girl fan. It's just sick.
I
I
know, I
get
am
giddy
too.
every time that whatever it's called pops up that she's put on a new video. I'm like, oh my god, and I run and go watch it like a crazed person. Yep. Galway, get up here.
Yeah, what did she just say?
When you get
It's,
cloned, automatically, who is the finger going to be pointed at? Right. Because like then you could just run around as yourself and say really nasty shit and say, "Oh, it wasn't me; it was a clone." Right? Just that can kind of go both ways. Maybe I don't know. I'm
yeah,
starting to think about doing that.
I've heard that Rosewater is a stalker, but I think that Rosewater just
She can
points out
stalk
that,
me.
yeah, I think that she just points out the truth. And sometimes, the truth hurts.
I
So,
don't think she would stalk me because Pixie will tell you I have the record of being the most boring person on YouTube. That's me. I'm really not. She knows it. But as far as, salacious discussions going on in private, that's just so not me. So I'm very boring.
well, it's one thing to talk about whenever you talk to somebody behind the scenes. I talk about my family or chasing cows or, what's
Yeah.
going on
Yeah.
at work, whatever. I
Right.
don't talk about people's families. Let's,
No.
um,
How
that,
big their house is, what kind of car they drive, what brand of purse are they carrying? And I'm
yeah.
going to need photo evidence of that. Like, seriously, I have so much more shit with my life to do than
How
I
big a
can't.
backyard you got and what you did
Right?
to.
Right? How many kids you have and do they behave? What kind of grades do they get? Where do they go to school?
Yeah.
How many times have you been married? What are all your exes' names? Yeah, no,
Why
that's
does
not
that
me.
matter?
It doesn't.
I guess it makes content for some people, and I understand content,
Hmm.
but make it content, find something to have content about,
Right.
because right now I have a real concern about these trolls and these clones. I
Hey,
think
Nikki.
that's content.
Yeah,
I think that's content. Let's worry
yeah.
about that.
Because it's an issue and it needs to stop. It
Hi,
really
little
does. Because,
Kelly. Oh, and Winky's here
hi,
too.
little Kelly. Yeah, it's like, okay, so let's say it starts out as something that some people would say is innocent. You want to validate your own life. This person, you really don't like them, and you want to just prove that they really live in a trailer in a swamp and they have four teeth in their head and they get all their clothes from the Salvation Army. Okay, so what happens if you go to look at that person that you hate and they're quite successful and they're quite beautiful and they have a lot of material things? What then? I mean, what do you do with that? Oh, I guess you have to look up their arrest record because surely they got that by ill-gotten means, right? But no, in fact, they've never been arrested. They're a model citizen. People have signed a petition to get them to run for mayor. So then what? You know, I don't know. Then you start collecting all that information and then do things like what? Go put them on a site like The Dirty so that then you can manufacture this false narrative that they're really a horrible person. You make a clone of them and run around and say horrible things to try to prove that there's somebody that you know that they're not. I don't know where all this starts and where all of it ends. It's just not nice. Just
Well,
not nice.
I just think by us accepting it,
Hmm.
it's not okay for me. It's not okay. Um now if somebody
Christy,
what
Christy says, I'm poor, I'm really ugly, but I have a big heart. That's me.
she is not ugly. But we're both poor, Christy. We're both poor in money,
Right?
but you know what? We have a lot of love in our heart. So that's all that matters. Money doesn't mean shit to me. If anybody knows me, money doesn't mean shit to me. If I can help somebody, I'm going to help them. Because I
Yeah.
don't go for material things. I just don't. As long as I
No.
pay my bills, I know that you know my kids have what they need. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Um I just I don't understand what I don't understand why somebody feels like the need to I tell you the truth, I'm sick and tired of hearing about who is a transgender, lesbian, gay. I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're like I told you, I don't care if you're a color crayon. I don't care what color
Color
you
crayon.
are. I don't care what color you are as long as you're a nice color crayon. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
And you don't go in and hurt people. You don't go in and wreak havoc. You don't disrupt people's chats. You don't make everything about yourself.
Mhm.
You know,
Remember
um,
when you were little kids and there was always that one house on the block that everybody was terrified of and it just
yeah,
looked evil and scary and oppressive and just not right? The last thing you did was go into that house, right?
no shit.
And mess around. You like walked on the other side of the street. I
Right.
kind of live my life still by that policy. If I
Yeah.
see something that it just really sends off flags, I
Just
stay
don't
away
go
from
there.
it.
Yeah, I
Right.
know. I know.
Right.
And what scares me more than anything, Rosewater, thank you, honey.
Hmm.
That that lady, I like her.
I know. She's
I like
awesome.
her. Anyway, I just don't understand how that people think that this is okay and we accept it because it's YouTube. You know, this is not just this is not just YouTube to me. People go, it's just YouTube. But you know what? I have some personal friendships with these people, and when
Yeah.
they get hurt, I hurt.
Right.
I hurt for them.
Hey, Tova. Yeah, that's hard. We were talking about that the other night, some of us, and I said, sometimes it's harder to watch your friends hurt than for you to take it yourself.
Yeah.
You'd rather jump in front of that bus and push them out of the way, and
Yeah.
that's noble. That is, but
I
it
mean,
also might contribute to the problem. You know what I mean?
I know. And that's why, if you talk about it, you're in trouble.
Hmm.
If you don't talk about it, it just keeps happening.
Right.
So what do you do? What do we do as a community? We've had Pixie and Tracy and Smokey and Dova and Whiskey. They've come up to common grounds and tried to make this shit all mesh together. And what happened? We get uh, Smokey and Trace up on a live. And who wants to derail it? That troll that has 70 troll accounts. Boom! The whole thing's
Hmm.
derailed. It becomes all about that troll.
Hmm.
How is this okay, guys? Why is this acceptable? Why is it?
Yeah.
And
And
that's what gets me is and then when they come in and they derail the chat, instead of people just keep deleting that person
hmm.
and give them no fuel. If they want to come back and be a nice person and quit trolling people,
Hmm.
I hey, I have open arms. I'm ready for it. But
Right.
what scares me is the fact that, you know, they've called they've called CPS on people. They've encouraged cop calls. That in my eyes is not right. Prove
Mhm.
to me you're not going to do that again. Prove to
Right.
me that
That's
you're
really
not.
scary.
Yeah, prove to me that you're not going to look into my world. Prove to me that. I've done it with these doxers. Prove to me that you're going to be a better person. I'm a very forgiving person.
Hmm.
I'm very forgiving. Do I forget? Probably not.
Nah, nah.
I'm forgiving, but I'm not stupid, you know?
Well, it's like I watched someone one night, a creator that I love dearly, dearly, who was just absolutely spoken to in the most disrespectful way possible on a live. And I watched her come in and say, I apologize to this person. And, I got several comments. I'm turning my TV off, hold on.
It's
But I
okay.
heard several comments like, oh my God, she should have never apologized. I said, no, you don't understand. Apology is not for that person. It's for her. She's, that's for her heart. I can't find the flinger. Dear God, when you lose here it is. Oh God, thank God. Okay, saved. Phew. But the apology is for that person. It's for you, not for the other person. You're releasing that angst and that, I don't want to say hatred, but frustration. That's for you. You're forgiving that person. It's not for the person who wronged you. And I'm great with that. I'm like, okay, cool. That was really good. You know, but yeah, I'm a kind of one, maybe two chance kind of person. And
Well,
once I
and
see it and I've gone through it, yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm done.
and I
Hmm.
do pray for these people. I really do, because I pray that something in their life makes them wake up.
Right.
Something in their life makes them wake up.
Uh-huh.
Just like this whole, the whole suicide thing. I'm going to
Uh-huh.
address it. Until you have had a person in your life
Mhm.
that you have lost commit suicide, you don't know the survivor's guilt. You
Right.
have no idea. You can't, you just don't know it. The survivor's guilt is real, and you live
Mhm.
it every day. So when somebody even brings up anything in anybody's past about any of that kind of crap, stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop it. You're
True.
gonna hurt somebody. You're gonna hurt somebody. So,
Yeah.
I just wish people would just stop and think about it before that stuff rolls out of their mouth.
Hmm.
And last night, perfect example, you seen how pissed off I was last night. I called you and and it and you said, "Why don't you just wait to go live?"
Hmm.
And
Hey, Black Dahlia.
sometimes you just need somebody to tell you, "Hi, Black Dahlia."
Yeah.
Um, you just need somebody to tell you, "Hey, wait, just back off, think about it, sleep on it, or whatever."
Right. I know I watched just in the past week a couple of lives that really stood out to me. And it
Did
was
you hear what?
almost,
Look
huh?
what Christy just said. Right now, we need to be careful. People's
Yeah.
feelings are on the edge due to this virus, and it is.
And the protests and the shootings, that there's so much that's dividing us. We need to remember what makes us alike, what brings us together, our commonalities. I was watching just in the past week, like I was saying, a couple of really deep um, and not so nice lives, but there were some things coming out of these people that were really deep hurts, really deep. And I thought, it's a shame what we've done to our psychiatric community. You know,
Yeah,
we've pushed them off the map. They don't count anymore. They're not available. Insurance doesn't pay for it. And people are using YouTube as kind of a therapy session in good ways and in bad ways. The bad ways are really bad, where I've wanted to
yeah,
log on and say, you need to really, and I'm not being ugly, but get some help. You need
yeah,
somebody that you can talk to on a therapeutic level who has a licensure to do so to help you through this. Because now the things that I see you doing that are so hurtful make a lot of sense. It's not an excuse because there's too much information out there on where to go get help to fix that, and you're not doing it. So
yeah.
that makes you
Lily is right. Words
what
hurt. Please think before you chat,
they
text, or
do.
tweet.
They
You know,
do.
they do
Oh,
hurt.
mm-hmm,
And hi, Turquoise. Hi, honey. Glad you're here. Anyway, they need to stop and think about this stuff. Okay, so if you're going to get up there and you're going to, I've heard that throw tomatoes, you're
mm-hmm,
going to get tomatoes thrown back.
mm-hmm.
If you say somebody's kneecaps look like
What? Somebody talked about kneecaps?
I'm trying to think of something. I'm sitting here looking at my kneecaps thinking, God,
It's like
they're looking pretty
elephant kneecaps. Like you have
like
cankles,
yeah, you have kinkles and nankles.
nankles. You have nankles.
You know, they're going to come back and say, well, your butt looks like you sat on
Yeah.
a, if you throw tomatoes, they're going to throw tomatoes back.
Yeah. But if you throw A bombs, they're going to throw A bombs back. And I don't
Well,
understand the A bombs at all. I mean,
well,
gentle picking and prodding on occasion is one thing, but man, it's gotten seriously ugly and hurtful. And, I was thinking yesterday, just listening to a live, I thought, before I said something about somebody's mom, how would I feel if that was said to my daughter about me and her?
oh my
And I
God.
wasn't in a position to defend that or to say, hey, wait, no, stop, don't say that. Because I'm
Please
not
don't. Yeah.
there.
Right.
You know, I thought that hurts. That's sad.
Nobody's mom should be talked about.
Mm-mm.
Nobody's kids should be talked about.
Addictions, they should not be talked
They
about.
shouldn't be
Unless it's,
talked about.
we should talk about them in a very healthy, like look at Sarah and her husband. They're amazing.
Amazing. If you guys aren't,
Yeah.
if you're not sub to Sarah and Dippity and her hubby
Do it
Brandon,
now, or I'll
do
look
it.
you up and I'll find out where you live and I'll get on your computer and I will sub to her for you. That's
I
a
know
threat.
Sarah just said she wanted some fried green tomatoes instead of throwing tomatoes. I make some
Right?
awesome fried green tomatoes. So anyway, but and this is the thing, until we all stop accepting this, throwing tomatoes
Yeah.
is fine. If you're going to throw tomatoes, you're going to get them back. You're going to get them back
Yeah.
tenfold. So I expect a few tomatoes are going to be thrown my way today,
That's
you
okay.
know,
That's all right.
because, but, you have to stop and think. I always hear this, keep my name out of your mouth. Well, I haven't been talking about anything except for saying,
You've
I
been
said,
working
you know, I, I do work a
all the
lot.
time.
But according to this other person, she has two jobs and she never ever trolls or anything else. Well, okay,
Hmm.
fine. You know what? Then stop talking about me and I won't have to react because I don't want to get yelled at anymore when I'm not even there.
Right. Right.
And she said, if you don't like us, don't watch us. Well, I haven't been watching you. I haven't been watching you.
Hmm.
If I made a comment, it was on somebody else's live that she says she doesn't watch.
Well,
So,
we have so many options. We have every single one of us have so many options. There's a personal block when you just don't really want to hear
you don't
some of the things
watch. Yeah.
that are said. You just block them. If you go into a chat and they're there, you may opt to just find another chat. Um, if you're subscribed, you can unsubscribe so you're not constantly notified that, oh, hey, so and so's on. That person you don't like, they're going to say ugly things about you. Then you don't know that that's going to happen. I choose that because I have found I used to do the whole thing of, follow them everywhere and make sure that they say something about me every time they're on, right? And
Right.
want to go retaliate and know that that's not the choice you want to make. And then I finally stopped doing that and just kind of blocked it out. And I'm such a happier person for doing that.
Oh, I
Hey,
know.
you look cute. You have no hair, but you look great. He got his hair cut. But then, I found that and trying to get other people to do the same. And I think it's a one-to-one basis where we can all encourage each other when we get in situations like you were yesterday. Pick up the phone and call somebody and say, I am so freaking mad right now. I could
Yeah.
pull my own head off.
Well,
And
I don't understand
mhm,
why you just blurt that out of the
mhm,
blue on for no reason. I haven't been talking about you. If I said something in another chat, it's because that's how I feel. It is my
mhm,
opinion. I am
right,
allowed to have an opinion.
mhm.
And if that person that I put in the chat, if if the creator thought I was wrong, guess what? They're going to time me out for it.
Yeah.
Or they're going to say, they're going to discuss it.
Hmm.
But and it wasn't like I was talking about their children, their marriage, their this, their that, the other thing. I made an opinion of, guess what? If this wouldn't have been addressed in the beginning, we wouldn't have had 5 days of bullshit. And that's how I
Right.
feel. And that's
Right.
exactly how I feel. And I feel like because one person wanted to make a point that another person had to, it was her mother's birthday and the her mother's death on within a
Hmm.
few days. Why do you gotta open wounds?
Right.
Because when you open wounds, they bleed and
Right.
they hurt. And it takes, it's just like a cut.
Hmm.
It takes a while for them to heal. So
Hmm.
you said your stuff. She came up on a panel, you discussed it. You should have said, okay, we're sorry. We shouldn't have done this, blah, 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 blah. Bam, let it go. But no, you let two people up there and let's just bash the shit out of each other. Let's just put on boxing gloves and
Hmm.
go for it.
Hmm.
And who is affected? All these subs watching it.
Right.
Every sub watching it. And then they're torn to make a choice. You know,
Right.
here
Right.
here we are trying to have common ground.
Hmm.
Can't have common ground. Nope. Because we have a bashing going on. And then the next day, you go on a live and say, this needs to stop.
Right.
I've contacted other creators and this needs to stop. Excuse me? You started it.
Right. Sarah just brought up a public service announcement. I'm going to take a PSA break tonight at what time is it? Do we know what truth? What time is it that you're doing
It's
this?
it's four
She
o'clock Eastern time.
4 o'clock
4 o'clock
Eastern
Eastern.
time.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so 3 o'clock my time. She's doing an addiction live based on a mother's point of view, which I have been dying for. I will be there
Yes.
with my
It'll be
bells on, and I
awesome.
will be listening with every fiber of my being because that is so important for
Yep.
support for mothers that are in that position or have been, and also for any addicts out there or siblings to know what your parents going through. You know, because that changes. Addiction is never one person's problem; it's a family's problem and often a societal problem. So please tune into that. Please, please, please. The
Yeah.
truth
The
at
truth.
4 Central. You said.
Yeah.
I mean
Can
4
somebody
Eastern.
somebody drop the
4
truth's
p.m.
the
Oh,
truth's
Sarah
link,
did.
please? Oh, she
Sarah
did.
did. Uh huh.
Sarah's always on top of it.
She
Her
is on the
Mark.
money.
I know. These guys are awesome.
But back to
Any
the other with the, I look at it from two perspectives because I've gone back into kind of lurker mode a little bit where I just don't type a whole lot, don't
right.
give my opinion so much. I withhold it and I just watch, which is, I think, really healthy. I
It is healthy
encourage that.
sometimes. Yeah.
And I see people that are not letting go of some pain that maybe other people have caused them or a perceived uh, aggression against them, and they haven't let go of it yet. And I don't know how to help them do that. Or the other option is it's for the ratings. I'm just going to say ratings, meaning, views and money. Okay.
I know, but
Um, it's
it's
one or the
not
other, or
right.
sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's both. If it's just the money and ratings thing, shame on you. But if it's that
Yeah,
you can't let go of that hurt, I encourage them, find somebody to talk to that's not in it with you, that's not that person who takes up for you, sticks up for you when you're not around. Find somebody outside of the issue to talk to and say, what, this is how I feel and I can't make it go away, you know? Or find somebody in your community that's not YouTube related at all that, has some education and basis in this that can help you through that because it's certainly not healthy to keep doing it online. You're not getting what you need,
I
obviously.
know. I know. And Mary Owenson put here, she said everybody calls her Mary Oneson, but it is Owenson.
Uh-huh.
I know that because I've talked to Mary many times on the phone.
Hmm.
And if you don't know Mary Owenson, you should get to know her because she's a lovely friend and she needs friends. And
Hmm.
she's a great person to have in your life.
Hmm.
But people don't get to know her because she's been hurt by people.
Yeah.
And she just said here a minute ago, subs lives don't matter. Yes, they do.
Oh, they do. They do.
Absolutely they do. I'm a sub. You're
I'm a
a
sub.
sub. You
I have
know,
no channel whatsoever.
the only reason I ever started to make a channel is because I'm like, okay, I can't do this on Tracy's live. She'll kick my ass.
Mhm.
She doesn't want this on hers. And I don't want to bring this on somebody else when I need to vent.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need to vent.
Yeah.
And, you know, I
And
have I
and
have a
sometimes you do need to vent where the community can hear it.
I
Not,
know.
where you need to say, hey guys, this is hurting me. This is bothering me. I want y'all to quit. Knock it off.
Yeah, knock it
You
off.
know?
And I have heard the other day I heard about a dear friend who was very sick and she um whether she's blind or she's not blind, I'm just going to say it that way. She is still
Yeah.
my friend.
Hmm.
And if you have never spoke to her, if you don't know who she is, please just don't talk about it. Will you do me a favor?
Hmm.
Don't talk about it. Don't make it so she feels like she needs to come up on a panel and defend herself. She is
Hmm.
very sick. I don't know her prognosis other than the fact she's my friend. She's my friend and she's going to be my friend.
Hey,
No matter
Mary
no matter what.
Owenson.
See? Said it right. Uh see, Mare. She tried to call me earlier. I was on the phone with my mom and then she tried to call me. I tried to call her back.
Phone tag.
Anyway,
Who's it?
yeah. Anyway, who's it?
Yeah,
Right?
if you base your friendships on their wellness or illness status,
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
I
Just
know.
saying.
But I'm just saying when somebody is down already and you keep kicking them, it's no worse than what you see on TV with the police officer holding somebody down by their
Right.
neck. These
Right.
people's words do this to people that are ill or even mentally ill,
Hmm.
and it needs to stop. They need
Yeah.
to stop and think before they fuck yeah, I don't give a shit if you get fucking this. What I heard last night, people pounding on the table and shit. I'm like, what the hell? What? Do we got the mafia? We
Yeah.
got the
Right.
mafia on Jiminy Christmas. Stop it. You
Right.
know? Do you care
Right.
about people? Do you have a heart? Do you have a heart? If you have a
Mhm.
heart, and you're pissed off, call each other, talk about it, yell at each other, but don't bring it to YouTube.
Right. There's
Don't
so
bring it
much
to,
content to talk about out there. So much content.
oh my God.
And
You
we
know,
kind of, I feel like we're just circling around the same content over and over and over. And for the
and it,
last
and you know
two
what?
or
The
three
subs,
months, we've been rehashing the same content.
I know, and I'm sick of it. The situation with me, I said the last time I talked about it, I said one and done, and I have not talked about it since. Nada, nothing, zip, zero. But somebody else has, not
Right.
me. And
Right.
it's if other people are talking about it, not my problem.
Hmm.
I said one and done, one and done. That's it.
Yeah.
So, hi, Baby Blues. How are you, hun? You know, people that just like Baby Blues, she's a much supporter of all different people. And she gets in fights with all different people. But her
She's
and
a scrapper.
I know she is a scrapper, but her and I have always got along. We've never
Right.
fought about anything. You know,
Hmm.
she
Hmm.
has her opinions. I have my opinions. I respect hers, and she respects mine. There you
Right.
go.
Right.
And that's the way you got to look at stuff. You know, people
Mhm.
say to me, "Oh, you just buckled up and you flip flopped and this and that." No, I didn't flip flop. Guess what? I listened to people, and they have a right to have their opinions, and they have
Right.
a right to feel the way that they feel because they've been hurt in a certain way. I can't
And
fix it. I can't fix it. You can't fix it. you know?
my husband's limping in the back. Your back still hurts? Oh, and his daughter just barked at him, growled. I don't know what that noise was, but yeah. Yeah, my thing is too, is if you don't really understand the perspective that somebody's bringing to you, ask them. Say, I can't see it from that perspective. Tell me where that's coming from. And they may have some kind of history background that's contributing to making them feel the way that they feel about what's being said or done. And once they reveal that, it may trigger a light bulb in your head and say, oh, that makes perfect sense. And then you know the person better, you know where they're coming from, and maybe you can help give some insight to help them.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, if this person hurt you over here, and yet I mean, because there's people that I've talked to now that I thought I didn't think they'd ever say hi to me.
Mary, that's beautiful. That's exactly what I'm saying. Sometimes people want to be heard, not fixed. Most of us, I think,
Yeah.
are all women in here. How irritating is it to you to go to your husband and say, let me tell you about my best friend? So we went shopping and she said that my shoes don't match my skirt. And he's like, well, I'll go whip her ass. You're like, no, she's my best friend. And they're looking at you like, okay, clearly you need to be medicated, but you want him to just hear how your friend hurt your feelings, not fix it. Just
yeah.
listen.
Just listen. I don't want
That's so
any.
beautiful.
I know. Well, Mary is. I'm telling you, I've spent many, many days speaking to Mary on the phone.
Hmm.
And Mary has issues none of us can fix, but we can all listen to her. We can all be there. I can't be there 24/7. You can't be there 24/7. But all of us, if she needs somebody to call, at least she has somebody.
Right,
There you
right,
go.
right.
So, and that's the way this community needs to stop and think. So I don't like this person. If so and so doesn't like Mary, well, guess what? You're not the person that should be talking to her. But if
Hmm.
you care about Mary, you know, give her a holler. Say,
Yep,
hey, hit me up. And I don't know. I don't have Hangouts, so I don't even know how it works. But, or, friend me on Facebook or something, just so you can reach out to each other.
right.
So,
Oh, your dog was sick. Turquoise dog passed away 2 days ago. Girl, that hurt. I've been halfway seeing my dog out of the corner of my eye. Well, my husband's dog. I miss her so much. It
Galway says,
hurts.
I'm
Not
not a flipflopper. I just read through your BS and hatred. There you go.
right.
See, when you see it and your eyes are open and just let us go on our own way. Da, da, da,
Mhm.
da, 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 da. Right at in the sunset, or as me,
Well, it
chase your
stands to
cows through the
reason.
sunset.
It stands to reason that if you're with one group and you start seeing them differently than when you originally got there, and it's not in a positive way, you're going to leave and you're going to find different friends. So I guess at some point we're all flip floppers. I don't. How does that work? Right?
Yeah,
Uh,
you can call each and every one of us a flip flopper
Yep.
because so what? We found somebody else who, God, I didn't know they were like that. They're really nice. Shit,
Yeah.
I had no idea. Had
Hmm.
no idea. So is that a flip flopper or is that, what do you call it? I'm not a flip flopper. I'm an eye opener.
Yeah.
I'm a I don't know. What do you call it? I
Roller
changed my
over.
mind. I
Change
changed
your
my
minder.
mind. Change
A
your
changer
minder.
of minds.
You just there's there's just certain, you don't know that about a person, and then all of a sudden you find out. It's just like that uh, Cork, Lino from Cork, or what?
Yeah.
She has always been absolutely amazing. Every time that I've seen her on a pen or seen her in a chat, she's always nice. She's kind. She's kind in everybody's chat,
Yeah.
but nobody really knew her. And
Yeah.
if you hear her story, it absolutely made me adore her more.
I haven't heard. I have to find
Well,
that.
you will. I'll,
Uh,
it's not my story to tell, so I would tell it, but it's not my story to tell. And I
right.
do believe that she is going to tell her story on Diane's panel.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah, so I think that I think if
Ouch.
everybody has a story to tell, they should be able to tell it if
Right.
they want to. If they don't
Yeah.
want to, if they don't want to tell their story, guess what? Don't go trolling people. Don't go cloning people because
Don't
people are
tell
going to find.
half of their story, and
Yeah,
then
because you
yeah.
are going to be found out.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to dox you when you do dirty deeds. They're
Right.
going to. It's going to happen. It's going to
Right.
happen. I mean, you go onto Boyd and they don't care if somebody's doing dirty deeds. Guess what? You're going to get called out. You're going to get called out for dirty deeds.
But then what happens when they do it to the people that don't do dirty deeds?
I know. That sucks. That's wrong. That's
Or a dirty
absolute.
a dirty deeder tells them that they're doing dirty things and they're really not.
And they're really not. I know.
Mm-hmm.
It see, it's a double-edged sword.
It is.
I think that, anybody should have to prove number one. I There's no proof needed for this one person I'm talking about because everybody has been affected in this community by this person. They've either trolled their any creators, should I say, they've trolled their chats. They've,
Mm-hmm.
one way or another, whether it be themselves or their number 1, 2, 3 channels, or their 70 trolls, or their 20 clones, or whatever. Clones
Mm-hmm.
are wrong.
Right. And that's true though. If you do, a lot of times, if you do tell your personal story, it may help 1,000 people, but there's always that one person who will use it for ammunition against you, which just that really upsets me. That's really hard. That's a hard one to swallow and to see happen, you know. But I will tell you this, God, I know no matter how bad the situation, he always takes the bad and turns it into good. It
Yep.
just that's the way my universe works, I think. Um, and I wish that we could all collectively be on the same page and say, this person is at such a level that across the board we need to turn our backs. And if we don't feed the fire, it'll go out.
Yep. I
I
agree.
just
But I won't allow that fire to even start. I won't feed it. I won't fuel
mhm,
it. And it isn't important to me.
right,
Like I said,
right,
I don't care if you're a crayon and what color you are. Be a nice crayon.
right. Be a nice, be colorful,
Yeah,
please.
be a nice crayon.
hmm
So,
Who's? I don't know who Fill Me Up
mm,
is.
yeah,
Don't. Well, I don't know that
I,
I want to
I,
know
I,
them.
well, I know who they are. I know who they are. And see, this is the thing. They come in, they derail a chat, and guess what? I don't care. I won't let them make it about her. Period. Not gonna.
Yeah,
Not gonna do it. It's not important to me. It's not important. What is important to me are the people in the chat that I care about. The Winkies, the Turquoises, the Serendipities, the Mary Owensons. Those are the people that are important to me.
hmm
It is, those are, and the Dovas and the Smokies and the Whiskeys and
right.
and the people who really want to make a change.
I
The
mean, there's some
ones,
amazing people on this medium. There really are some really cool people out there. Mm.
can we get rid of this clone of Molly Golightly, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Number one, Molly and I are not friends, but Molly doesn't do that. So
No,
good
she
try.
doesn't.
Good try.
Hmm.
This is the thing that we have to stop.
Yeah.
Not acceptable.
Hmm.
Don't care. And then when you go into this person's live and encourage them, they think, oh, it's okay
Hmm.
because I talk with a soft spoken voice and I let clones in my account in my chat and I let
Oh,
trolls in my account and my chat because they're funny. No, they're not funny.
no.
Now my cow chasing or a troll is pretty
Now
funny.
that's one of my favorite. Besides the FBI guys, I think your cow clones are amazing.
I love my cow clones.
Come chase me.
Yeah. Yeah, come chase me. Come chase me. And the other night I'm like, I am so tired. And he
I
goes,
know.
whoever it is, I don't know who it is, but they said, I'll give you a break, but I'll catch you up on the weekend. We'll start chasing again. And that's the funny part. That is, they're not derailing, you know,
No, they're not. They're not.
they're
They're
making a
funny.
funny and, leaving it at that. It's so that's the kind of funny stuff that I like. That's the kind of, you know, this is what this is what we need to come back to again is
Hmm.
when it was fun and funny. you know I'm not kidding you when on Carla's live, and I think it was before that me and Carla ever made amends, and Ems
Just
got up there and talked about that freaking milk and a cucumber. I am not kidding. I no, Miss D, I'm telling you, I was putting my makeup on that morning
uh-huh.
and I had to put it on like 7 times because I was laughing so hard I was freaking crying. Because my grandma always told me every time you did a cucumber, that's what you did. But I didn't know it was called milk and a cucumber. The only thing I
Right?
have ever milked is a damn cow. You know.
Right? I know. That was crazy. I saw the best thing on a
Hi,
I think I'm gonna become a
Mister Blue,
prepper.
Mister Blue Sky. Hi. He said,
Well,
I
thank
usually
you.
don't speak. Thank you. That's nice.
We're gonna be married next week. I'm kidding. My divorce will take longer than that. Sorry.
uh, well,
What's good
but,
on
but,
TV
but
tonight? I don't know. I haven't watched next. Yeah, I'm stuck on YouTube, but it's not any of our group. It's the stuff like the preppers. I saw this wonderful thing today, and it kind of made me mad from it, but I'll tell you why. Um, it was this amazing woman who's a prepper and a homesteader, and she was talking about how to take care of your milk from your dairy cow without pasteurization.
yeah,
And the more she talked about it, and the more things that you get from that milk and what it actually does, and how you can add bacteria to it for different reasons or keep it out for different reasons. I thought we've really done ourselves a disservice as a country because
absolutely.
you know
Absolutely.
you don't drink milk from the cow because it's supposed to be a very bad thing. It's actually not. It's
It's
supposed to be a
not a
very
bad
good
thing.
thing.
It is.
Right.
I remember for years I didn't know that they made milk in a carton or a jar or
Uh-huh.
anything. I didn't know that as a
Yeah.
kid. I
Yeah.
didn't know it. You
I didn't
know,
either.
in the morning we went out, we milked the cows, we brought it in, we had to strain it,
Mhm.
and then of course after it was strained, we got the cream off the top and that was milk.
Mhm.
And we
Yeah.
gave all the cream to my grandma made butter. So there you
Right.
go.
Right.
I didn't know you could buy it in a little bitty package when I was a kid.
Right.
I didn't
Right.
know butter was made. I didn't know what margarine was. I had no
No.
idea what margarine was.
Oh, and margarine's so bad. It tastes so good though. But
Yeah.
isn't every sin like that? It's so good, but you're gonna go to hell. Oh, well,
I
maybe
don't
just
like
once.
margarine. I don't like margarine because of the fact that I found out, and now everybody's going to go, no, it's not true. It's not true. It is true.
Hmm.
You know what my business is and what I do. And the stuff that we throw in our barrels after we're
Uh-huh.
done cutting meat, the rendering works comes and picks up.
Yeah.
Some of that's made into margarine. I ain't eating
Yeah, no. I think I'm done.
it.
I think
I'm
I'm going
not
to go buy
even.
me a good old Jersey cow and I'm going to milk that cow. And they get 6 gallons of milk every morning from this cow. One cow.
Oh wow.
Dear
Usually
God.
they, yeah, usually they can get, you can get 2 gallons,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
so
And I found out the same lady did a thing on eggs. Eggs.
see,
Did not know that chickens are not supposed to lay eggs during the winter months. Their body takes a break, but we force them to. Well, commercial chicken farmers that supply us with our eggs at the grocery store, they're forced to lay eggs around the year.
yeah,
And you're
but they will
supposed to
in
not
the
do that.
wintertime. But in the
Hmm.
wintertime, they will lay eggs if you have a coop that
Yes.
is warm, that is
Yes.
warm for them. And I'm kind of like with our animals. I I'm I think of animals like people.
Yeah.
I like them to be comfortable because I do. If they don't have clean pens, I'm not
Yeah.
happy. I'm not
No.
happy because they deserve. If they want to lay down, they should be able to lay down somewhere there's not shit in it.
Yeah. There's no poop here. It's a no poop zone. I
you
had
know,
one horse that used to poop in one corner of her stall, and she was immaculate. If it was raining outside, she would go get underneath the trees so she didn't get wet. She was
yep.
ridiculous. Little
She
OCD.
was a yeah. Well, she was a girly girl.
She was very girly girl. She was such a,
Oh,
she's the only girl horse I ever had. The rest were geldings, and they were filthy. They were just like men. It's
yeah.
like ridiculous.
I had this appy, this little appy gilding, and
Hmm.
I'm telling you, I think that he had been hurt by a man before I got him because I'm not
Oh,
kidding you. Nobody, not a man could walk near him. My
yeah.
father could. My father
Hmm.
could because I don't know. My dad could be the horse whisperer. He could be the cow whisperer, and he could be the cat whisperer. Animals love him. I think he's Dr. Doolittle in
Could
his
be.
spare time. I
My
do.
husband's the same way.
Yeah, he just has a way with animals when, no matter what, like the cows that are out there, you could have the nastiest, wildest bull out there, and daddy goes out to feed, and that puppy will come up and dad will scratch its nose, and then, off it goes.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's amazing. It's
Yep.
amazing, though, that if you treat, it kind of goes back to where we're at this morning. When you treat somebody good, and with respect and dignity, guess what? You get you get treated that way right back.
That's right. That's right. Hmm.
Mary, I will hug my dad for you. I will. Daddy's doing good. He just turned 87 on the 25th.
Gosh.
So I know. He
I
works
have
every
this
day.
future wife down here. I'm just saying. I have this future wife. She's a little feisty, though. She'll try to run his life. I'm just saying. It would probably be a very funny thing to watch because I
Oh,
doubt seriously he would allow
I was
that.
I was going to say good luck with
But it
that.
would be worth watching the fight, You need to do this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Not
Good
doing
luck
it.
with that. Oh my god. Okay. Is anybody else? I'm terrible about change. There's some things that I have a hard time with change. But,
Hmm.
if I look at it and it looks better and this is easier to do it this way, hey, let's try it. Not my father.
Yeah, no, no.
when
That's my
when
mom.
he when he has to change, oh my god, when he had to go from a flip phone and we got him a smartphone, you would have thought
Oh,
the
my mother
world
is
was
still
ending.
complaining. And my mother still gets phone calls on her corded phone at the house. She won't give out her cell number. They have to call her at the house phone. It's insane. I'm like, what are you doing? She still balances her checkbook, you know,
Oh,
the,
oh, my dad
on
does
paper.
too.
Yeah. I'm
Yep. And
like, what are you doing?
everything he has is written out. He doesn't touch a computer. In fact, when we went from antennas to having cable. Yeah.
Dova, that is my very spoiled, very childish pit bull who is sitting here staring at me with her shoe in front of her, wanting me to go outside and play fetch with her, but it is pouring down rain. Do you hear that?
I hear it. I hear it. And then
Yeah, yeah. This is all the time. You get what do you want? I know you want to play. She picks up the shoe and she wags her tail. Like, let's go. And oh, here's the thing. We don't play fetch. We play let's chase the dog. No. Uh-uh. I'm not. What? Oh,
Oh,
was that a threat? Was it? I'm going to call the ASPCA and have them come get you. I'm sick of you today. And then I've got my mom's Yorkie in my lap. Okay, let's go outside. Y'all are going to go outside and watch. 5 minutes later, it's going to be back in. It's raining.
because
Are
it's
you stupid?
rated.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go. But it's not 9,000 degrees today, so that's why they're so. We want to go outside. Okay, there's three, not four. Anyone else? Are you going? No? Okay. Well, at least I got rid of
I
three
wish
of
it
them.
was raining here. It's been so dry, because where I'm at in Washington, usually, we get rain, but we haven't had rain in a while. And when it gets dry here, it gets scary because then the fires come, and
Yeah,
we
because
have a
like,
lot to burn.
don't you guys have like 360 days a year of rain?
No, that's what everybody says. Everybody says that all the time. But I mean, in the wintertime, yes, we get
Yeah.
a lot of rain. And, we definitely have four seasons here.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
we have four seasons. But we don't get that much snow because where I'm at, we're pretty close to the ocean. So, but
I've heard Randy, Puss in Boots. I have actually heard Randy. And Randy's, yeah, a little psychopathic, isn't he? When you don't pay
oh,
attention to him, he
Randy,
like,
her cat.
yes,
Yeah, and if
yes,
you're talking to Boots on the phone and you say hi to Randy, meow meow meow, like,
yeah,
excuse
yeah.
me, she is
We'll talk
talking.
back.
Yeah,
It's like, God.
and I
It's
don't,
like,
I don't know if you've seen pictures of Randy.
hmm
Uh, let's put it this way: Randy maybe has eaten too many hamburgers.
I think he ate, I think
I
she
don't
had a
want to fat
third
shame the
cat.
cat. I
I
don't want
think
to.
Randy, I think Boots had a third cat and Randy ate that cat. Don't tell Boots I said that, but he's a little large for his height. He's not fat. He's just vertically challenged. He's short, right? hmm Poor
Randy's
thing.
30. He's 30
Shut up.
pounds.
Oh,
30
30 pounds.
pounds.
Either way, it's amazing. 30 or 30 pounds. Dang. I'd hate to see what he does if she decides to put him on a diet.
There's some dogs that aren't that big. I mean,
Garfield. I'm serious. If she had to put him on a diet, I would fear for Boots' life
I know.
because he's
Yeah,
quite the animated animal.
he is.
Uh,
He is. Oh, I've been on the phone with her before. When she gets home, it's like until they get a treat or fed or something.
right.
She said he would kill me.
I
Well, shit,
know.
he's big enough to be a damn mountain lion.
Right.
Mar says her little Bella is 8 pounds.
I think my little Lily is maybe 3 or 4 pounds. She's tiny.
Yeah,
She's over a year old, but she's just itty bitty.
I had a teacup poodle that was 3 pounds. She was my best buddy in the whole world.
I had a Pomeranian, a black Pomeranian, when the kids were little, and our mail carrier just loved to antagonize him. He was so funny. But then one day, a female mail carrier showed up because he was off on vacation or something, and he, for however, I don't know how, got out and was barking at her. Now, I mean, typical small dog. He maybe weighed 5 pounds at the most, and most of that was hair. And she sprayed him with mace. And I was like,
Oh,
yeah, because then my kids go get him. They get mace on their hands. They wipe it in their eyes. It was just utter chaos at my house that day, like every day, but worse. But I looked at her. I was like, you could have just kicked him for real, and then this would not have all happened. I mean, he weighs 5 pounds. His mouth only opens this wide. How hard could he bite you, for real? And furthermore, if you have an aversion to dogs, even little small fur balls, maybe you shouldn't do a walking route. Maybe you need to be in one of the cars that just, pulls up to the mailbox at the side of the street. You know, I
oh,
don't know.
my little, her name was Baby. She would
Uh-huh,
run down the stairs and she would run and she'd stand on the trough of the pig pen or get
uh-huh.
in with the pigs. And these pigs would, because she'd sit there and go, "Arr, rah, 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 arr," growl at them. The pigs are looking at her like, what the
What?
fuck are you?
Right. First
Is
of
what
all, what are you? And second of all, what does all that mean? All that noise you're making,
I
right?
know. And they look, I mean, because pigs, they'll eat anything. They'll even eat you if they're a mean pig.
Right.
But they would never touch her. Never touch her. They were scared to death of her. And she
Uh-huh.
thought she was a big badass because she could make this big fat thing back up in a corner. She thought it was great. She could keep them away from their food in the trough. And I'd go
Right.
snag her up and go, baby, leave the pigs alone.
Stop checking with the pigs. Now, pigs. I'm not gonna lie. Pigs scare the hell out of me. I've seen too many movies where they've dealt with the bad people or whatever with throwing them into a pig pen and there's nothing
uh,
left.
you know,
Yeah, I'm
pigs
like,
are
ugh.
pigs are like any other animal. If you feed them and you're good to them, and you don't, they're gonna be mean if you're mean to them. Period.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
if you're good to them, every time you come up, they talk to you. They're
So
ready to
why,
eat. You
right?
know,
Why can't we apply that to YouTube?
we can.
Look, if I promise you not to keep your name out of my mouth, but not make you sleep in your own shit, would you be nice to me, please?
Yeah,
Just
just
saying.
be nice. Just be nice. Throw a tomato. I don't care. Throw a tomato if I deserve a tomato. Throw a tomato.
But I promise you, I will never make you sleep in your own poop. I'll provide you food and water. I'll
I'll
brush
scratch
your
behind
hair,
your ears.
right? I'll rub your belly. Just be
No,
nice,
now that's pushing it.
right?
I'm sorry. There's some of them I just be nice.
I
I
think
mean,
mine would stop at clipping their toenails. No, I'm not doing that.
oh,
No,
I hate feet.
not doing it. Nope. Mm-mm. We took my my Great Pyrenees, if you can call her that. She's a mutant, but whatever. I took her to the vet for the very first time ever. I'm such a bad parent. Like last year. And while we were sitting there talking about her and everything, and I love my vets, they're so funny, and all the texts are hysterical. She's laying on the ground in the little exam room, and she goes, "Well, let's just clip her nails while we're sitting here talking." Okay, look, she's laying on her side. She turns her head toward the wall and starts crying the whole time. The vet and I are on the floor dying laughing. I said she's never done this before. She's never had her nails clipped. And on top of that, she's never acted like this. She goes, she really doesn't like it. I said, no, but she's not going to bite you or anything, vicious like that. She's just going to bitch the whole time she gets this mani pedi. The whole time. It was hysterical. I wish I would have videoed it. I should have videoed it because
You
she's
should
very
have.
funny.
I know. People
She's a cute.
need to do more videos of their animals. They really
Hmm.
do.
Yep.
They do. I mean, look how entertained we get when Lolly is snoring on
Right.
Tracy's lives. It just cracks me up. I mean, she's she's very content, or she's very bored with what Trace is
Hmm.
talking about.
Hmm. That's what I need to. Maybe I'll start building my channel and I'll just do videos of my insane animals.
There you go.
So that
You
when
should.
people get fed up with all the fighting on YouTube, they can just come to my channel and watch my videos. It'd be
There you
great.
go. See, that's.
We do. That's something that we really do need to do as a community. Okay, now we can sit and gripe and complain all the time about what's going on, but I keep hearing from different people over and over, but where are we supposed to go? And that's very true. There are not many channels right now. There's some amazing creators out there. I know y'all got it in you, but just starting out that are an alternate to go to talk about stuff other than the normal junk that's going on. You know what I mean?
I know, and I would love to teach people about, because right now I know it's so hard for people to even go get to get steaks in a store because they don't have them. But I can
Right.
teach them how to go to Costco and get a piece of meat and make a steak out of it.
Right.
I can show them how to do that. you know
See?
I would love to do that kind of stuff, and I'm eventually gonna do that kind of stuff for people if we can get things settled down a little bit. But to tell you the truth, I would love to share some of my some of my family and stuff with some, people on
Right.
YouTube, but I'm not
Right.
willing to do it until we get rid of the riffraff. I'm
Right.
sorry. Until they quit attacking and, calling people's homes and businesses and parents and all this stuff. I
Yeah.
when I know the riffraff's out, then I'll be willing to do that. I'll be
Right.
willing to share. But until that happens, I'm not willing
Yeah.
to share yet. I'm not
Yeah.
willing to share anything because I absolutely treasure anything near me. And if somebody's going to hurt something near me, I'm not sharing. That's where I will be stingy. You
Right.
know, I will.
Right.
I would love to share my father with everybody. I would love to share my farm with everybody. But
Hmm.
I'm a little bit afraid right now. Not
Yeah.
afraid. I'm not afraid. Let's. That's a wrong word. Not afraid. I just, I just don't want to step into that realm to even, you know.
Yeah.
I just want them to go away before I ever decide that I'm going to do something like that.
It would be
And
awesome if we had that reputation.
yeah,
YouTube. What? My dog is drinking. Sorry, he's very
I
loud.
don't care. I don't care. I'm not.
He.
I don't have sensitive ears like Carla. I'm thinking, Carla.
He's,
I think she is so used to. It's just her and her husband in the
yeah.
home, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
she doesn't have noises in her house.
True.
She has no
Well, she
noises in
has
her house.
ghosts. She doesn't, but
Oh
those
yeah,
a lot
she
of
has
times she
ghosts.
doesn't hear them. We do. You know.
I
She's like, I don't hear anything. I'm like, oh God, wait till we play this back. You're gonna want to move. I'm just
yeah,
saying, it's insane what I'm hearing right now. There's people talking. No kidding.
yeah,
But I think it would be awesome if we had that reputation YouTube wide, where they really don't put up with that crap over there. They're just going to block you. You're not going to be able to talk in their chats. You're not going to get any information on them. You might as well just give it up. Don't even go over there. That would be
yeah,
so awesome if we
yeah,
had that.
and that's what I encourage. I've told the mods that I have, they know how I feel. If a troll comes in here and they're an asshole, block them. See ya. They don't get a
Yeah,
second chance. They don't get
yeah,
a second chance. And if they're talking, if they want to start crap in the chat, block them. I don't
right,
want it disrupted because the people that are in the chat, you know,
right.
like Lily and Lee Ryder and Mara and this, they don't want to
Hmm.
see that crap. They don't want to talk
No,
about it. If they want to talk about something in the chat, they want to talk about their dogs, they want to talk about their kids, they want to talk about their next door neighbor. Great.
yeah,
But
yeah,
guess what? You're not going to come in here and talk about somebody else that
right.
not going to happen. Not
And
going to happen.
if the only content that they get out of this today is, God, they don't want us here. Okay, well,
And if
there
you
you
got
go.
70 of them, guess what? I'll block
Yeah,
all 70. You're going to have
yeah.
to make 70 more and they'll get blocked too.
This
And
is your new
any,
life career coming up with new trolls.
yeah. And these clones that come in, they brought in that Molly troll because Molly and I don't speak to each other, but we're not mean to each other. We
Right,
have respect for each other that if we're in each other's chat, we just don't speak.
right,
We're not into, she's not
right,
my cup of tea. I'm not her cup of tea.
right,
Good, you know. But they brought that person in because they thought I would think that was Molly. Wrong.
right,
I know that she's not like that. I know she
right,
doesn't talk like that. Period.
right,
So if you're gonna bring in one of my haters, bring in somebody who really hates me. that
right.
I,
We'll leave you a list of names in the description if you'd like.
but then they would have to make an effort to clone somebody else and see this is a stupid
Right,
thing. Do they not think they're going to get found out? But
right.
just I encourage everybody that has a channel or is going to make a channel, that wants to make a channel,
Hmm.
that even look at, is that you really 180?
Yeah,
Okay, I want to make sure it's him because see, that's another thing. 180 and I are not best buddies, but we
yeah,
don't talk shit about each other in a chat. So he
right. And
comes in
Lily,
with, you
Lily
know
makes a good point. Everybody's talented. Put your talents to content.
yeah,
I
put
mean,
him to content.
we want to know more about each other as like friends here on YouTube that that we all hang out together. That's the best way to get to know somebody is what are your hobbies?
Right.
What
Like
do you enjoy
180,
doing? Hmm.
180 is a computer whiz. Do
Yeah.
you know what he could make these old ladies like me and Tracy?
Right?
We and you. Well, I'm not going to put you in the old lady, but you're close.
180, am I your enemy? I can't be your enemy. I make you laugh too hard when I do after
I
actually
know,
go after somebody.
but 180, you could give us old ladies some classes that we could push a button and not kick ourselves off into cyberspace
Yeah, right.
where we're
Where we
floating
never can
around.
find them again. It takes them a week to get back, right?
But I just think that everybody has a talent. I don't care what it is. Everybody has a talent of some kind.
You know you're YouTube famous when you push a button and kick yourself off a panel, and it's known as doing a Tracy.
I
She's
know.
internet famous. It's like
Did,
people
were you
in
were
people
you
in
there?
communities way over there know who Tracy is
I know.
because
Do
yeah,
you know? Were you there
she's so funny.
when she
Which
left me up on the panel with
yes.
Dana? With Dana? Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
180 says, I'm not your enemy. Thank you, 180. I
I know. I
appreciate that.
asked if I was his enemy. He didn't answer me. Oh, God, don't be my enemy, please. The ones that we're missing. You tell us.
Two ladies near me found one
Oh,
person that has been killed.
wow.
What is that?
Turquoise. What?
I did we miss something? We missed something in
Not.
chat.
We did. We did. We missed a lot of stuff in chat. I think
I know. I was too busy
because
running my mouth. I gotta concentrate more.
we're Gabby Gertrude's animal videos. I know. See, I need to make animal videos. You know what I haven't checked up on lately, and I need to is the Fort Hood stuff.
Oh, I know. And I am I have asked a couple different creators to do that's how I ended up in the crime community is because I followed the Jessica Chambers case forever. I don't know if you guys know who Jessica Chambers is.
Yes.
Do you know who she is?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I followed that case and I still follow that case. And one day I'm going to have Jessica's mom up here and
Oh,
to tell the real story of what parents go through when a
yeah.
child is murdered.
Yeah.
This woman has been to hell and back, and she still has got no closure. And she told
Wow.
me, even if this man is convicted, it will never be closure.
Right.
So,
Right.
anyway,
Because
we'll
it's
do that one day.
absolutely a totally unnatural thing to have happen to have your child killed. Your child to die before you know, it
Oh,
just it's just a wrong that can't be righted.
oh
I
and
don't think there's any
I
way it
mean,
could be.
and she was burned in a car.
Mhm.
There
Yep.
is, in the backwoods of, you know,
Yeah.
Mississippi, and I'm telling you, it's a story that needs to be told.
Yeah.
But I have at first, I've had different creators say, "Well, I'll do it," and then I've asked different creators, and they went, "No, I don't want to have anything to do with that," and which I am so thankful that they didn't.
Mhm.
And so I think that I just need to do it myself
Yeah. Yeah.
because her mom, Lisa, I absolutely adore,
Mhm.
and she is very shy, and so I just think it needs to be handled with kid gloves. But I think we all need to know the story first,
Right.
and we need to know the story and know what's happened and know what
Mhm.
her family's been through before that I ever bring her around. You
Right.
know,
Right.
that people could understand it. And oh, Mara says she'd love to hear from Jessica's mom.
Well,
I
you know,
need to
you have
call her. I've been so busy. I have neglected her, and I feel bad. And I need to get back to that. Jessica's story is what made me go on to true crime on Facebook. And
Mhm.
then from there, I went into a couple different cases, and I said I will never ever follow a case again with another child because it just rips my heart out. I have
Right.
nightmares. I just can't do that. But and that's how, you know how I found YouTube had a crime community. And I mean,
Or
that's,
so you thought. No, I'm kidding.
well, I still go to
There are.
the
Yeah.
real people who do true crime. And
Hmm.
so,
And we're getting
but
some new ones now that are pretty exciting. That It's
I,
a Crime is
I
really
know.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's some that haven't been, that people don't really know about because they, you know, they don't put themselves out there. And I think for fear of the garbage that goes on here.
Right.
And so they really don't, because they've stuck their foot in the water and they went, oh, that hurt, or oh,
Yeah.
that was cold, or oh, nah, ain't going there, because there's so many other, um, during the Chris Watts thing. I mean, it was a all out war with people, I guess, on YouTube. Thank God I wasn't anywhere near it.
Yeah.
Um, I went and watched videos after the fact, because I didn't really go on YouTube until after they had found the discovery. And
Hmm.
that's whenever I started following the Kelsey Barrett's case.
Right.
And that's how I found Jay for Justice. That's how I found Oni. That's how I found Marissa. I mean, and it goes on and on and on and on, because it's like a big, huge spider web that you get in,
Right.
you
Right.
know. And then here comes the Black Widow.
Another way that we can really support one another, and I know that like a lot of times you'll see different creators on, um, and that's where you have to make your choice. And it's really
Hmm.
easy to want to go hear the gossip that is on YouTube. But you know what? It's kind of like a soap opera. You could poke your head in once a week and kind of catch up. Maybe one or two things are new, but usually it's the same junk. But then look for those other creators that are starting out, they're building their channels, and they've got content that you're really interested in.
Oh,
Make a
and
choice to go to them and support them
I
and,
know
and be in their chat.
Kimmy P has ADD. She
Uh
said
huh.
she did a ton of videos on the Mara Murray. I love that. I love that whole
I'm going to
Mara
have to
Murray
go and
thing.
see those. Yeah.
Oh, that is it's a mystery. It is an
Yeah.
absolute mystery.
Yep.
Kimmy, I would love to see them. I didn't know you did those. See, you need to put it out there. This is
Yep.
what we're missing. We're missing, Kimmy P is very talented doing videos, and she's
Right.
funny. She's funny as shit.
I love seeing when in Carla's channel and in your channel and others that I'm seeing where we're supporting each other and putting each other's links up because you can't go and click anymore and just, go to their page and sub to them. And then
Right.
going and trying to find it by their name takes like 3 weeks,
Takes forever. and
you know.
and and our mods are really good about finding them. I know
Hey,
that,
True Helper.
we have True Helper's here. I his voice makes me melt.
Yeah, my uterus just contracted, but I'll be all right. I'm moving on. It's okay.
I know
Uh,
that man has more knowledge in his little finger than all of YouTube has in its whole thing. I
yes, he
love
does.
listening. I
I,
love listening to him.
well, I
I
say
do.
I think you're right. I'm not sure. I can't get past the sound of his voice to hear what the hell he's saying. He goes, "Am I right, Misdemeanor?" I'm like, "Absolutely. Whatever you say."
Well, I would like for True Helper and you and myself. We, I know that, and I will invite anybody who is having problems deciding who to vote for president, or is having, and I don't want to make it a big, radical thing, but I want to discuss who's right, who's wrong, what should we look into, because there's a lot of people who go, I'm not voting. And I don't think that's right. I think
Yeah, no,
everybody should vote. I think
it's your duty.
everybody should vote. I don't care if
Yeah,
you vote for Mickey Mouse.
you
Vote.
can write.
You
You
need
can
to.
write in a. You can write it in who you want.
Yeah.
Not that
Yeah.
that'll happen, but you can. I mean,
Look at True Helpers blushing.
and seriously, it's most important. And I think most people only go and vote for the big national elections. President and Congress and whatnot. it is so important to vote at your local level.
Yeah, at your local level. It's very important
Hmm.
because, especially in little towns, like I live in a little town.
Hmm.
It's really important because of the fact that, guess what? If you don't get in there and your voice isn't heard and you don't vote, guess what? You can't bitch about it then.
I
You have
think
no
so
right to
far,
bitch about it.
Sarah, I think Kanye's only allowed to receive votes in Oklahoma. I think he's running for the president of Oklahoma. Not sure. But if you live there and you want him as your president, okay, then it's a different Oklahoma than I've always known, but I don't know. But yeah, your local, just for an example, I've been away from here for almost 10 years. When I moved home, I found out that they had basically fired everybody from their Board of Education here in town because they were embezzling hundreds of thousands of dollars from the Board of Education.
Okay, I got
Um,
another public service announcement.
okay, go ahead.
The Truth is going to be live in 30 minutes, y'all.
Yes.
And it just came up and it says, "Where did my little boy go?" And I'm telling you, I have been on the phone. See, I'm going to get all teary
If
eyed.
you make
Somebody's
me
going to make a
cry,
fucking
I
video about
swear to
me
God.
crying. Anyway, I have heard this woman's voice
Hmm.
when she talks about her son. And if you think she's good to Lolly, you have no idea how
Hmm.
precious her son is to her. In a half an hour, you got to go watch The Truth.
Yes.
It's
There'll be a
really
quiz
important.
afterwards. I'm going to give it, so you better be there. Swear. This is so important. It's so
It's
important.
very important. It's very important. It's from a mom's view on an
Yeah.
addict.
Yeah.
And it's going to be deep. And I recommend tissues if Tracy talks.
Right. And I think there'll be
uh,
some laughter sprinkled in between the tears if I know Tracy.
oh, Tracy always makes it. I love, you know what? Tracy should have just been a storyteller.
Yeah.
She could talk about an old pair of shoes that she had, and she could make them fucking shoes so interesting she could sell them on eBay for millions.
I am true helper. It's getting better. Yeah, she could. She could make an Eskimo buy ice cubes. Swear to
Yes, she
God.
could. She could.
Uh-huh. And pay
And
twice what you would pay for them in the store.
yeah, I think we all got off on the wrong foot because we decided that we were going to follow some people maybe we shouldn't have followed. But
Right.
we all started it anew, and I think it's time for everybody to go anew.
Hmm.
And and you guys, Mandolin, she is also going to do a membership only for recovery also.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Yeah, it will be. I'm excited about that
That's going
too.
to be good. Hmm. It's just so important. And there's a lot of just really loose language going on around our community about addiction. And it's sad because you don't know who's actually an addict or recovering addict or the mother of an addict or a sister, father, brother. You don't know. And they carry that, and those
Tatum,
words are
I'll ask
hurtful.
her for that, honey. Tatum Page asked to have. Okay, I'm echoing again.
As to
Um,
have what?
Tatum Page would like to be unblocked, so from the truth. So, oh, she said she did.
Okay.
Good. Beth M, hi, honey. Oh God, I'm echoing. This drives me crazy. I can't stand hearing myself. Your
Uh,
voice never sounds like yours, and you listen to these lives back, and you're like,
I
"Who
know.
was that talking?
Uh-huh.
Who
I
was that
know.
talking?"
That's why I couldn't go into the music industry. I could never hear myself sing. It'd be like, oh, auto tune that shit. What is, oh, no. Uh-uh. Couldn't do it. I was
Tracy
watching
could
Demi
be a
Lovato.
comedian too. Tracy could very well be a
Let me
comedian.
tell you what, she has got some really dry, quick, and fast zingers that have left me needing depends. I'm just saying.
I know.
She is freaking hysterical.
she can pop off with some shit that you know what? She can take me out of just being bitchy, and she'll pop off with something that makes me laugh, and then I'm done. I'm done. I'm like, okay.
Hmm. Too
But
funny.
unfortunately, what YouTube has done to Tracy, it
Oh
put
yeah.
her in this funk because, and once you get in funk, it's hard to jump out of it.
Oh yeah.
So we need to encourage everybody
Hmm.
that, you know what, if this stuff's happening around you and you don't want it, block it. And
Yep.
if you need to listen to it, just go lurk. Just don't say anything.
Uh-huh.
Just don't say anything. And then it's all good.
Thank you, True Helper. You're a sweetheart.
True helper, can we do that one day? Get you and Trace
I
and
ask him
Miss
that all the
D.
time. Can we do that, please, True Helper? He says no.
Why?
I'm kidding. No. Oh,
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 do
you mean
oh,
go
oh.
live? Okay. He's like,
God, Miss D.
he's like, we're married. I'm like, they don't need to know. Just, I can keep a secret. It's not a
who
big thing.
who was it? Mojo Joe says, I think he made me pregnant.
Yeah, Mojo just she's carrying quadruplets, I think, for him now. Yeah, every time he comes into a chat, she adds another baby. It's like, geez, she's gonna explode. She's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Octo Mom before too long. Miss D wanting the D.
That's why I call you Miss D. You know that, right?
Today is right. Today is our wedding anniversary. He already asked me this morning, "What do you want for your anniversary?" I said, "True Helper." He's like, "What?" I said, "Never mind. You wouldn't understand."
You're gonna get True Helper in trouble.
I know. I have to give him crap. I have to because he knows I love him and he's my buddy.
Oh God. And he's so, I've seen him comment on some of the vilest
Oh
people's
yeah,
uh, you know, uh, after a video or something that I've seen, and he has
yeah,
so much class doing it.
yeah.
And
He could be. He could tell you to go to hell and make you enjoy the trip. I'm just saying.
I know, but the ones who want to come back and fight him, they have nothing to say. That's what I like. I don't want
No,
you as my friend.
they're just gonna sit there and go, uh. You're just mean. Okay, that's all you got.
It says, "Will do to Wanda and Miss D, but I have to finish my internet vasectomy first." I have babies everywhere, I'm told. Oh
Yeah,
God,
true helper. You are the father.
he's gonna have to start paying cyber alimony.
You can pay in bitcoins or super chats, whichever. Doesn't matter.
His
That's why
child
Kiki.
support.
That's why Kiki's, doing that fundraiser type thing for the community. It's to pay for all True Helper's babies.
That is another person, Kiki. I am not kidding you guys. If you haven't subbed to Kiki, you need to go sub
Yes.
to Kiki. And
Yes.
you need to pray for our Kiki too, because she's going through
Yes.
some health issues. And even through all her health issues, you hear some people talk, well, I have this, I have that. Not her. She gets up there and she makes you laugh.
She does.
And she
She has
can.
always made me laugh. I'm like, geez, the stuff she comes up with. What?
I know. How does she think of these
I
things?
don't know.
I mean, she just cracks me up. You need to go sub to Kiki too, you guys. And because we need to make everything fun again. Go sub to Smokey. Go sub to Dova. Go sub to Whiskey. Go sub to people who are going to make you laugh and don't make so you got to walk in poop. If you need to
Right.
walk in poop, I have a barn that y'all can help me clean.
Exactly. And if you've
Yeah.
not ever done that before, just saying, it's an adventure.
Turquoise says the slip and slide thing. Oh my God. Every time I think about her and that
Oh
slip and
my.
slide, it
Uh-huh.
And Tracy, the way she said, she goes, "What
She
does that
wants to use,
mean?
she wants to use my tongue as a slip and slide.
What does that mean?"
Mhm.
So anyway,
So funny.
okay. Tracy is going to be live here in, let's see,
Oh, look what the cat
another.
dragged in. Ash two
Oh,
seven
oh,
four.
Ash
My girl.
274. Hey, girl.
Like you're
she
lurking. You
she's
wish.
lurking. She's
She
look.
can't lurk.
But I'll tell you what. You can ask Ash any question that has
Hmm.
happened on any live,
Yep.
and you're going to get the truth out of her.
Yep.
Okay, Ash. Why did I get yelled at last night? Yeah. Drew Hober said he likes my cow chasing story from. This isn't
Yeah, right?
stories, y'all. It's not stories.
No,
We
that's
have
true
some.
stuff.
We have some people around here that thinks that cows shouldn't be, you know. But the problem is when they let these cows out. If we don't know, especially in the middle of the night, they're gonna get hit by a car. So they need to quit letting the damn cows out because I'm tired of getting up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's awful.
But
I
they
think
need to
that's just
stop and think
awful.
about that because number one, it's gonna get the cow killed, and number
Yes.
two, the person that hit it is gonna get killed too. It's
Yeah.
not like hitting a deer. It's
No.
not.
Mm-mm. It's like hitting a semi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
now, if I want to chase the cows around, I'll do it out in the field and have fun.
Right.
But quit
Because
letting them out.
they can be pretty funny animals. They're pretty cool.
They are. They're so much fun. And when you see these calves being born, oh my God, they're
Hmm.
out there jumping around in the field and kicking and go up and just pester their moms terribly. I love
They're
it.
silly. They're silly.
They are silly. They're
Mom looks
really
at them
silly.
like, kid, what is your problem? Like my mom in Walmart. Kid, what is your problem? Hmm.
Christy Andrews said that my school bus hit a cow when she was in school. Oh,
Oh my God, did anybody get hurt?
look at my loose cows are here. Moo. My little troll, Tawanda's loose cows, says moo. You there?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to have
Oh,
a coughing fit.
oh, I've been having
COVID.
one of those COVID. No, I don't have COVID, thank
No,
God.
no. That is
Yeah,
the cutest troll. That is.
I know
Now, the
it's funny.
FBI ones made me laugh really, really hard, but just saying, those were pretty funny. The cyber guys,
Oh God. Well, there was
those,
one. There was one that uh, I didn't have a hard time with the horses.
right? Those were kind of cute. I still don't understand them though. I don't know where they came from.
I,
I don't.
I don't know where they came from either, but it was made a big deal out of them. But if they're not being mean, just
Right,
let it
right.
go.
Exactly.
True, Albert.
Exactly.
My 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 cows are out. Nope, they're not. Thank God. I'm looking outside right now, and they're just very happy in the field. Very, very happy.
Fat and
So,
sassy.
yeah, yeah.
Now, do y'all have milk cows at all or no?
No, no, we
Okay.
don't now. We did when I was a kid. But guess what? I'm up at 4 o'clock feeding Daddy breakfast. I am not going to go milk the damn cows. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it. Don't have to because they have the stuff that comes in a carton now.
Yeah, right.
Although I was beginning to think during, whenever you couldn't get toilet paper, we couldn't get milk around here.
Tova, move over.
Move over.
Move.
Move
Uh,
over. Oh my goodness.
yeah, whiskey
Well,
went live, and then we're gonna head over
oh,
to Tracy's here in a minute.
oh, Whiskey went live. Okay, let's go over and see Whiskey. And thank you guys all for coming. This was fun.
Thank you,
And
Tawanda, for having me. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you came. I'm
Y'all
glad you
pray for my
came.
tooth or pray for my dentist. She's
I
gonna need
have been
prayers.
praying for you. I've been praying
Yeah,
for a lot of things. And I
good.
did pray for your mouth because
Yeah,
I'm telling you what, there's nothing worse than a damn toothache.
girl, my
Nothing
mom has been
worse.
praying for my mouth for years. Only totally different prayer, I think, pretty much.
My daddy's been praying for mine too, and I have good teeth.
Oh, God.
All right, y'all. Thank you all for coming. I love you. Thanks.
Take care,
Go over and
everybody.
see Whiskey. Go see Whiskey.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye bye.